So my opinion on the Shawn Rhoden thing about how they sit and tell us that he's not going to be competing in the Olympia. To me, he hasn't been charged. He's been charged, but he's never been convicted of anything. So right there, you're charging him or making him guilty before he's even guilty. I think it's the wrong thing to do. I think that, when people come out and talk about how this is what's going on with him and he's been charged with, rape and all this other bullshit, I think that, I think they should put their opinion about it and say that it's wrong. It's wrong for the Olympia to sit there and say, oh, we're not going to let you compete because you've been charged with this. He's never been convicted. You have to be convicted in order to be guilty of something. So just because someone says something about somebody doesn't mean that they're guilty. I think it's wrong. Women come out here and they do this to these men, and all of a sudden now he's guilty. Well, he might be. He might be guilty. But until he goes to court and has his day in court, he is not guilty. I was in a situation that for 3 years I was penning something that I turned out not to be guilty. So if they did something like that to me, I would never have a chance in life for 3 years because of the fact that, we're going to just say he's guilty before he's guilty. Anyway, that's my 2 cents on this. I think it's bullshit. I think that they need to let Shawn keep competing until he's convicted. Because it could go on for 4 or 5 years, him in the court system, and you just ruined his life and his family's life. He has a family to take care of. Again, we don't know if he's guilty or not, but I think it's bullshit. Also, all these media frenzies that want to get on here and report about this stuff. And they sit here and say, oh, well, he can't compete. The Olympia's not letting him compete. And da-da-da. We don't give shits about that. We give a shit about you using your power of your media, expertise, you call it. And why don't you stick up for the guy? Why don't you tell the Olympia they're wrong? Why don't you tell these people how it is? Because you're afraid to. You're afraid to tell them something, because if you do, all of a sudden now they're not going to, use you as their source of, coverage on their shows and all this other bullshit. I think you're wrong also.